Hello lovely budgeters, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jai and I've been on a journey and this is where the funds come from. Join me. Alright guys, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. This is where the funds come from. So every Friday we go over our funds, our paychecks, and if you guys don't know, and this is your first time here, I'm a zero-based budgeter and I've been on my journey for over a year. And basically a zero-based budgeter is everything that you bring in income-wise has a place of where it goes. We take a look at our paycheck and where those funds are going. So every single penny is accounted for and where it goes. So the first thing we want to do is look at our breakdown. So let's go ahead and take a look at December. So let me move this over a little bit. Okay, and I have a much more zoomed in shot for you guys. So today is the 27th. It is my husband's paycheck, and he knows a week in advance of his paychecks now, which is super exciting for me, so I can budget accordingly. But what I've started to do for you guys is I wrote down exactly what he gets paid. So $1127.49 and where this $1127.49 is going. So I gave him $100 for Venmo because I had $30 saved in there already. He gets $130. 55 of that is for his gas for the week and 75 is for his food for the week. 600 of that is cash withdrawal for our wallet, and which we'll stuff later in the video. 324 was moved to the bills savings account, so that way we can save for the remainder of January bills. Yes, this is the last stuffing of December, but we prep for our bills 1 month ahead. We also have $103 to withdraw for cash stuffing and 49 cents also put in our savings account for the buffer. So if you take $1127.49 minus the $100 for the Venmo, the $703 of cash withdrawal, and the $324.49, that is what went into the bank for bills. So if I can take a screenshot, I will insert it here of the $324.49 being transferred over into the savings account for the remainder of the bills. So that is our breakdown, where the money comes from and where it goes. And now we get to stuff certain portions of it. Okay, so hopefully I didn't go too fast and you guys totally understood what I was talking about. So let's go ahead and grab our change, because we're going to do, before we do a recap of our spending, let's go ahead and count how much change we spent or we have. So when we use cash, and hold on guys, I wrote the numbers here so I can have the exact markers of the colors that I was using. I did not want to use a different color. I do that often, and so I wanted to make sure, okay, that I was going to have the correct colors. All right. So we've been using this Unicoin challenge to count up all of our change. So this is our change from the past week of spending. Let's see how much we collected. How was everyone's vacation? Are you still on vacation? Are you back at work? Did you get to spend time with your family? Do you celebrate the holiday? Tell me in the comments what you did. I myself, we kind of skipped Christmas this year, guys. We normally celebrate Christmas, so it's not a big thing for us to take off and go be with family and all those things, which we did. However, we did not, because we weren't too sure of our funds and how much we were gonna have, if we were gonna need to prep for moving again, anything like that. We went ahead and just kind of skipped Christmas. We bought the kids, the young kids, gifts, but we really just didn't, and you know, I like took my mom out to eat and stuff like that, but we really didn't spend a lot of money on gifts for everyone, just because, again, we weren't too sure where our finances were going to land for the end of the year. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 410, 420, 430, 440, 450, 460, 470, 475. All right, let me put this here. So because we didn't know where our finances were going to land, we just kind of decided, hey, let's get the kids some gifts, but the adults will have to understand that we are saving for the much bigger goal, and we're prepping. So that's what we decided to do, and it turned out not to be a bad holiday. We spent time in the country with our babes. So if you don't know, I have 4 fur babies, and they're all in the country with my mom at the moment, just because we went over a couple of months ago and of course took the dogs, and they were so happy, guys. They literally were crying and playing with each other that I could not bring myself to bring them home. I thought it was very selfish if I would bring him home. So I decided, let's go ahead and let them stay. And if it gets too much for my mom, we would just pick them up. She has not complained one bit about any of the dogs being over there. So we just go as often as we can to visit. But we just kind of lounged around and watched Christmas movies. I watched some favorites that I watch every year. I watched some new ones. Did you guys see any new movies that you liked? I watched The Red One. I watched Dear Santa. I watched a couple of Netflix Hallmarky movies. I don't know if that's a genre, but let me know. So for New Year's, we are gonna I don't think we're gonna go back to the country because my mom is working again. She worked all week that we were there. So I was there I got there Friday night, which, guys, airport, crazy busy. I'm so lucky I was able to make my flight, because we were stuck in traffic for like an hour. And yeah, then the next day I saw that all the flights were canceled. So super excited I was able to get to her, but I was trying to get to her earlier so I can take her out to dinner, but we were almost 2 hours late. So I could not do that. But anyways, my husband ended up driving down Saturday, which we weren't too sure if he was going to drive down Saturday or Sunday, which is why I went ahead and took the flight, because I wanted to spend as much time with my mom as possible. And she worked Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and we had to drive home on Wednesday because I had to work on Thursday. So didn't get a lot of time to see her, but we did spend time with the babies. We went to go visit my cousin, and we spent a day with my brother. So it ended up being a great trip. And yeah, all right, usually I fast forward through all of that, but because I was talking, I went ahead and just colored while I was talking. How do you guys think I did? Because sometimes I mess up and I can't really do both things. So you can see I was talking, I didn't really explain, but the 475 I was able to color all of these, and the 60. So we are moving along with this unicorn challenge. Love that. Okay. So the next thing we do is we look at our wallet stuffing. All right, and so this should be $600. Actually, let's do the bills. Just because I want to make sure. Okay, so the bills here, what we need for the rest of the bills is $324, and instead of withdrawing the money, putting it in my bill binder, then unstuffing my bill binder and putting it back to deposit it, I just use prop bills. So we have 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 310, 320, 1, 2, 3, 4. So $324 should finish up our bills. And we'll take a look right now. I just wanted to see if you guys are still within the frame. You're still with me. So sorry about my squeaky chair. I'm too cheap to buy a new one. Okay, so this is my bills binder. If you guys, again, are new here, I stuff 1 month ahead. So we have all of these January bills saved in the bank account, and we have representation of the prop bills in here to show what we have in the bank. We do have some cash in here because when I do a monthly closeout, instead of taking it to the bank and those types of things, I just put the money in here so I can use it for future cash stuffing. I hope that makes sense. So, okay, let me say that again. After closeout, I have a stack of money that I have here that I'm going to go deposit in the bank, but instead of me putting it in the bank and going to the bank every week, every Friday, I put it back in the billing binder every time I get a paycheck. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to do that going forward. I think I'm going to still use the prop bills and only withdraw the cash that we're going to stuff, just because I want to have as little money as possible, especially since I'm doing like a 100 envelope challenge, and you have so much money in that 100 envelope challenge if you're going to keep that going. So I just kind of want to see what works best for me while still not going to the bank a million times a day. So first, what we're going to do, this is our last bill for December, $370. It goes to our car insurance for Geico, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 350, 370. Okay. And this goes to our cash stuffing. So we're going to put this over here. And guys, I think we actually need more money than I thought, because we're done with December, but now we need to stuff Geico for the 370. So we might have to do that in January, which just makes me very, very sad, but it's okay. We're going to stuff the 324 that we budgeted for. Okay. And let's see. Disney gets 16 and 15, 16. Okay. And then lockaway storage, you see we have cash in here too. But we need $9 more because it needs to be 206. So let's just do 2. So that means in here we have $105, and in the bank we have 101 that is going to go towards this. Okay, this needs 270. So, well, 259 actually. So this is 150, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 240, 245, 46, 47, 48, 49, 249. All right, guys. We didn't have enough of the cash, I guess. I'm going to get some bigger bills. So this is 100, 100, 150, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, another 100. Okay, so that's 200, 250, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 259, and that's what we need for this. All right, next is Hulu, and we need $6. So the money we put in here for our stuffing is the $3.79. We're gonna go ahead and take back out because we need $6 for Hulu, and we need 34 1, 2, 3, and 4. 34 for Netflix. And that'll be done there. All right, and guys, for Geico, for January, we're gonna stuff already with the funds that we took out. However, I do believe my Geico bill went down, so we don't need to stuff as much. So I've already prepped January, and Geico is $343. All right. So 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 40, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3. All right, guys, there we go. So now all of Jan bills have been saved for either in the bank or in the binder, and we are completely done. So we'll start prepping for February next week, which is going to be January 3rd. And we actually have 5 paychecks in January, so I am super excited for that. Who else has a magic month in January? And if you don't know what a magic month is, it means you get an extra paycheck because you're, excuse me, because you're paid bi-weekly. So, okay, bills are done. And now let's do our personal wallet stuffing. But before we do that, let's see how much overage we have. And this is rollover. And what we're doing with our rollover, we have 11 in date night, nothing in dining out, 20 in gas, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 in groceries, nothing in household, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in personal, nothing in pet care, 6 in medical, and 5 in miscellaneous. So what we do with our rollover is we have been completing 100 envelope challenge. And so we'll take this rollover and put that in any of the envelopes. We actually ended up stuffing a whole lot more than we used to, than we normally do for the week, last week. And it's because I knew I was out of town. We were gonna go to my cousin's house. We were gonna celebrate birthdays. I have 4 birthdays and Christmas during December. So it is a lot, but we ended up really staying within budget. So I'm super excited for that. Okay. My hubby gets 25, and so let's go ahead and put 25 in his envelope, and now he has 50, so he has $100. And I also get 25, but I don't want all of this change. Sorry about that, guys. I got a little confused with money everywhere. That means for our rollover funds, we don't have anything but this 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, $17, which we're not going to use. So with our extra funds, we usually have a lot more funds, so we're able to stuff my wallet, my husband's envelope, and birthday, and still have money left over. But that's also because we stuffed 600. So here's the 600. All right, so 100, 2, 4, 6, 8, 200, 2, 4, 6, 8, 300, 2, 4, 6, 8, 400, 2, 4, 6, 500, 2, 4, 6, 8, 580, 590, 595, 96, 97, 98, 99, 600. Okay, and so then this would go into, any remainder goes into rollover, into our 100 envelope challenge. But because we are low on funds and we stuffed my envelopes, we're just going to put this 17 in here. So that makes 617. And then now we're just going to stuff our personal wallet for this week's spending. Anything that we don't stuff in here is going to go towards our $100, our 100 envelope challenge. We are going to cut back on date night and go back to 75 instead of 100. So 20, 40, 60, 75. For dining out, we are also going to go back to 75. That's 20, 40, 60. And sorry guys, I'm going to keep all this in here so you guys know that budgeting is not perfect. That no matter how long you've been budgeting, you got to be flexible. So 75. All right. So dining out, 75. And it all depends on what you've spent for the week and that type of stuff. Like what you're going to budget. If you think you're going to go over $40 for gas, this is for me. My husband gets money via Venmo. Okay, and we're going to do 140 on groceries. 40, 60, 80, 100. No, we'll do our 150. 150 on groceries. Take some of these messages. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's our 150 on groceries. Household will be 20. Personal, we're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pet care, we are doing 0 only because we restocked them just a few days ago. Medical, I do have to pick up a prescription, so we're going to do 20. Trying to get my medical card to work and I can't get it, so I have to call them. And then miscellaneous, we're going to do 20. Okay, so then that means, oh, for birthday, we are going to start stuffing our birthday binder, and we're going to do $50 a week. So 10, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50. All right, so that's going to go into here for birthday. Okay, and that's it. So now left over, we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, $181 that we get to stuff into our 100 envelope challenge. Okay, hopefully, again, that wasn't too confusing. I know I had my hands everywhere, but we still have at least our $103 to go towards our saving challenges. And I'm gonna, okay, and I'm gonna count. This is gonna go for our savings challenges, and we should have at least our $103 in here, but we should have a little bit more because we put $370 but only took $343 out for the Geico bill. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 110, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. 130. So that's a pretty good stuffing for one binder. So I'm happy with that, and we're going to go ahead and use all of this to go towards our 100 envelope challenge. So we don't need any amount. What is this? 8, and this should be 92. Okay. Are we missing a 6 because we used a 6 or something? Okay. I guess so. So that's 100 there. Now we need 81. So let's see if there's an 81. Okay, 81. I don't know why I just closed that up, because we're going to need to get in there. But 20, 40, 60, 81 is going into this one here. And I'm doing this only with my rollover cash or funds that are designated to go into the personal binder or weekly spending. And we're going to see how long it takes us to finish this 100 envelope challenge. Obviously, if you're going to do, you know, $200 a week or whatever budget, you're going to do it a lot quicker. Again, I am just trying to see how long, if we budget $600 to go into our wallet every week, how much we're going to have, or how quickly we can finish this challenge. So we started November 1. So I think we're doing fairly well, guys. We still have a lot of work to go, but we'll see. Okay, so now we did our bills, we did our personal wallet stuffing, we did our change, and the last thing we need to do is our weekly recap. This is where I take an honest look at my finances, tell you what I spent, and let you know what we're going to do to improve, or if we think we did just fine. Okay, so let's go over, and we go from the last Thursday to, or the last Friday, which was the 20th, to the 26th. We don't count today, even though we're today. Okay, so the 20th, had to pay $3 at the airport for parking. We went out to dinner with my mom, and that was $101, including tip. $9.25 at QT for snacks, which I put under groceries. Miscellaneous, I lent my mom $15.66 for things that she needed. $75 went for gas. Dining out with my mom, $19.76. Dining out with my husband and my brother, $89.13. We also, and then this is the 22nd. So the 22nd, we spent the day with him. We went shopping. We bought the kids gifts. So this is where it's going to be majority of our spending. I did buy personal things at Target. My husband bought some socks and razors, $45.45. Gifts, $181.72 at Target. Walmart, $77.58 for gifts. Home repair, we bought a new water hose, some other things we needed for the RV, $54.36. We also bought some groceries at Walmart, $52.53. We went to H-E-B and bought some household items, $25.20. I bought some personal things at H-E-B. H-E-B is a local grocery store, if you guys don't know. And that ended up being $60. I had to buy a bunch of new hair products. I got some, I have curly hair, so I have to get some frizz control and specialty items, and it ended up costing me a whole lot. But I don't buy it that often, so that's why when I do buy it, I do go over budget. We also bought groceries, a little groceries there. It's $31.30, and it was stuff that they didn't have at Walmart that I knew I could get at H-E-B. And then this is also where we stocked up on my pet items, which was $70.73. Joe also filled up with gas there, $45. The next day we went to visit my cousin. We bought him a gift, $12.99. We also dined out, $34.80. And before we went over there, we did stop. The next day we stopped and got groceries or some snacks at the 7-Eleven, $20.34. We also bought some beer, some snacks, $27.23. I got my mom some medicine, $3.98. And then on the way home, we ate out, $33.61. This does include tip. We bought some on the road snacks, $12.62. My husband put gas, $20. And then yesterday, which was Thursday, I bought a little bit of groceries to finish off the week because we buy groceries on Sunday for the next coming week. So $65.81. So that was a whole lot of spending. I already did the breakdown here. And so for pets, it was a total of $70.73. Groceries was $219.08. I believe we went over because we only budgeted $200. Dining out, $278.30. We definitely went over for that because I budgeted $100 for dining out and $100 for date night. So we went over $70.30. Gas, $140. I believe we were still under budget from what I gave out. Meds, we were under budget, $398. Personal, I only budgeted $10, so this was all overage, $105.45. Household, same thing. I think I budgeted $20, so we were over $5. $25.20. Gifts, I did not have anything budgeted for that. I did have some money in birthday, but I only had like $150 in gifts, and we used that and then some, so $272.49. Home repairs, I did not have anything budgeted, $54.36. And miscellaneous, we had $20 budgeted, so we were fine there, $18.66. Total spending for the week was a whopping $1,242.61. Now this does include some things that we don't normally buy, so I just like to, again, take an honest look at our finances to see if all of these things were really needed. Did we need to eat out that much? I did buy groceries. I bought groceries for 3 households, guys. So like I bought groceries for this household when I came back. I bought groceries for the household when we were in the country, and I bought my brother some groceries. So 3 households, $219.09. I'm not mad at it because that is fairly reasonable for 3 households, I think. Let me know what you guys think. So that's my weekly recap, and I don't foresee us spending that much more money but next week, but we'll see. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for where the funds come from, where it goes, and all things budgeting for my journey. I hope that it was insightful. I hope that you find it honest and helpful in some way. If I can help one person budget, then I am happy. I hope you continue to join in and keep me accountable for this next year to come. I have some great plans, some great goals for our financial future, and I love to bring you along. So until next time, you're loved, you're appreciated. Bye.